In this video, I'm going to show you how I make chicken madras. I'm Russell Phipps and this is Manna with Spice, where I show you my methods of making, baking, cooking and maintaining kitchen equipment. Change anything that you like in this video to suit your kitchen, your style and most importantly, your taste. I make chicken madras in two stages. I make the masala first, the sauce, and then I cook the chicken. Start off with, we need a high flame, about 2 tablespoons of ghee. First thing that goes in is 2 to 3 red chilies. So all we're after is this to slightly change colour. You can see it's going slightly whitish where it's been in the hot oil. As soon as that's done, we put in the coarsely chopped ginger, coarsely chopped garlic cloves. Now what we're actually after is for the oils to come out of the garlic. What I'm after is for the garlic to slightly just change colour, go slightly brown. We'll then add the onions, which will drop the temperature very, very quickly within the ghee. So see there, it's just starting to go. So in goes 2 coarsely chopped onions. We'll now saute these. As you can now see, this has gone transparent, which is exactly how we want it. So I'm going to take this off the heat, transfer it to a bowl with half of the tomatoes, let that cool down, and while that is cooling down, we'll carry on with the second part of the dish. High flame again, using the same pan, 2 tablespoons of ghee, and add 2 fresh green chilies that have been sliced lengthwise. Now that's just starting to bubble. And what I want from these is to cook and they'll start to change colour, which you'll see in a minute. And that's when the essential oils are coming out of the chilies, which is what we're after. So I'm putting approximately a teaspoon of cumin seed in. As you can see, it's virtually sizzling straight away. Right, that is sizzling already and I can smell the cumin. So I'm now putting in 2 crushed garlics. Let that sizzle away. Right, they're just beginning to change colour. So I'm going to pour in some of the tomatoes initially because it will spit. Okay. By putting a little amount in first, it just reduces the amount of spitting because it cools the oil down and then you can put the rest in. So I'm now going to saute this until the ghee starts to separate from the tomatoes, and I'll then be adding the ground spices. And the reason you actually put them in after you've added the tomatoes is that the surface area of the ground spices is so great that if you actually put it into really hot oil, they'll just burn instantly. And also the other advantage of this is then it takes the bitterness away of those spices. Just see the ghee now starting to separate, which is the ideal point for adding the spices. In go the spices. Give that a good stir, reduce the heat to low, and we just want to cook those spices off for a minute or 2. The ghee is now just starting to separate, so it's time to put the chicken in. Now this is 1 kilo of cubed chicken. And a whole lot just goes in together, and we've just got to make sure it's fully mixed. So we turn the heat up to medium and we want that to change colour, and during that time I will liquidize the onion, chilli, ginger, garlic and tomato. Now you shouldn't need to add any water to this dish because there is normally enough within the chicken. If however you have used chicken breasts, you may need to add a bit of water. If you are going to add water to stop it from drying out, please make sure that water is hot. Now again, I'm putting about a tablespoon of fenugreek leaves in here. Tip with fenugreek leaves is just before you put them in, just roll them in your fingers as they're going in. That is smelling lovely already. Okay, that is looking good. So I shall put the top on, turn the temperature down, and I'll see you in 10 minutes. 10 minutes are up. As you can see, there's quite a bit of moisture come off the chicken already. So I'm now going to add the liquidized ingredients. Mix that in, thoroughly coating everything. I'll then bring it back up to boil, the simmering point. Just started to simmer again, so turning the heat down, putting the lid on, and we'll just leave that to simmer for 15 minutes. 10 minutes are up and I can see quite a bit of juices in there, so I'm actually going to take this off, and this is the example of what I was actually saying to you about the meat having enough moisture in. So I'm just going to let that simmer for about 5 minutes without the lid on. Well, there we are. A chicken madras. One of the tips I'll give you is exactly what I'm now going to do is I'm going to actually let it cool down and reheat it later, and once it's hot I'll sprinkle it with garam masala and coriander leaves just before serving. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you try this dish, and as I said earlier on, change any of the spices to suit your own personal tastes. Please subscribe. I'll be putting links onto my website where all these recipes that I produce on my channel will be put. Remember, it's your kitchen, your style, your taste. Thank you for watching.